Hey there. It's been a while since I've spoken to anyone about anything. I haven't been out in public a lot either, but there is a topic that I feel personally obligated to touch on today. Recently, it has come to my attention that some folks do not have faith in their local law enforcement agency. I live under the jurisdiction of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. What do I think about them? They're out there doing their jobs. And that's it. I want to give a shout out and big ups, mad props to the Tampa Police officers. Tampa Police Department. TPD. You know? Now, when I was at the night parade, I saw the officers. There was probably 5 assigned to each alleyway, and they were all standing around being increasingly vigilant and making sure that if anything popped off, they'd be on top of it. They would get it. Now, I've never been, in close proximity to any Tampa police officer except for when I'm in the Ybor City district, the historic Ybor City, 7th Avenue, Central Ybor, those areas of the county. Now, I want to speak up to the legitimacy of what these men do. There's a lot of crime. I mean, not a super amount of crime, but more so, you gotta think. It's a city type place. There's nightclubs, there's people under the influence of whatever, who knows. When I run into the Tampa police officers, they are very, very on top of, pretty much everything, Like I said, because of the nature that there's normally 5 of them posted up per each alleyway in the Ybor City district, even if they could not contain a situation with only 5 officers, you gotta understand, right down the street, there's 5 more. And then down the street, 5 more, 5 more. If they need backup and they call for it, it's going to be there in a minute, if not within minutes. I wanted to talk about the Tampa Police because those are my hometown police officers. I was born in the city of Tampa on Davis Island at Tampa General Hospital. And I spoke with a few officers at the night parade this past weekend. They were very friendly. They were very happy to see me. They did shake my hand, and they were grateful that I acknowledged their fine police work. I walked up to them. You know me, I'm not a big fan of law enforcement. I just, who is? A lot of people think that the police officer's job is to, pull you over, make quota, and make money, and all this other things. But, and I think the same thing. You're not going to see a lot of cops that actually care. And yes, there are police officers who are corrupt, and yes, not all law enforcement officials or agencies are on top of their games. But if you come to the city of Tampa and you interact with the Tampa Police Department, you know for a fact that you have some of the finest and some of the highest quality police work going on around you and law enforcement officials surrounding you. As far as safety goes, as far as crime prevention, as far as taking care of criminal acts once they've taken place or being on top of their game, so to speak, they got it covered. In the city of Tampa, you're not going to find a finer officer. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office does their job. Tampa Police Department goes above and beyond. That HCSO, they're out there doing their thing. And Temple Terrace PD, out there doing their thing. Plant City Police Department, out there doing their thing. But I am Jesse Tampa. I have to give my seal of approval to the Tampa Police Department. I'm not picking favorites. I just going off based upon what I've seen as a citizen here in South County. Based upon what I have seen, TPD's on top. They're doing their thing. They're showing out. They're making their presence known, and they're taking care of business. A lot of officers, they have this motto to serve and protect. I know for a fact that law enforcement is exactly what it sounds like. They're there to enforce the law. So no police officer is going to act like a bodyguard or protect you with their life. It's just not going to happen. That's what security is for. That's what security guards are for. That's what bodyguards are for. That's the private industry. That's what that is. Show me a cop that'll take a bullet for any citizen, and they deserve an award after the fact, not before the fact. I mean, there's a lot of, hearsay, and there's a lot of people that can say stuff and it not be legit. But you've heard it here first. I would like to give them, my seal of approval, like it means anything to them. I'm sure they've gotten all kinds of congratulatory, what is that called? Accreditation and commendations from people that actually are in the fields, and the thumbs up from them means a lot more than a thumbs up from just a citizen of your county or a guy who visits your city at least once a week. Oh, look, the people is what's important. I guess for them, enforcing the law is what's important. Keeping the peace is also, they are peacekeeping officials out there. So they do what it does when it needs to be done. All right, that